Hey guys, so welcome back to Indirect Knowledge. So tonight we're going to be doing a tarot card reading, and this is for Seva. And for Seva, she wants to know what her her crush is thinking, and we won't mention his name just to protect her privacy and his. And just wants to know what he's actually thinking about her. So let's just consult the cards here a little bit. So guys, for those of you that are brand new to the channel, the way this kind of works is it's sort of like a three-part reading actually. So the way I like to do readings is do the past, present, future, talking about the near past, current situation, and then the near future. Then I transition over to kind of get some more information about the current situation and kind of where the person asking the question is really at. In the tarot, the world of tarot, we call that the querent. That's a person that's actually asking us to do the reading for them or for someone else. And then we also look at, and then the third component to this is really looking at the outcome and really where, kind of the answer lies, or really what the solution is, or the key that unlocks the door, if you will, to getting the outcome. So I've just been shuffling these cards, thinking about this question as I've been talking here. And I continue to do that. And then I'm just going to cut these. Okay. Okay, so in the past, concerning the relationship or this crush or this person or this connection, the card that comes up is this Two of Pentacles. Twos, especially with this particular card, like when you see Two of Pentacles here, we see this inverted 8 called the infinity symbol. And in the tarot, this is often very symbolic of like a soulmate type situation. At least a deep relationship or a committed relationship or something that's kind of more on a soul level. And this could be with anything. It could be with a lover, it could be with a best friend, or any number of things. But when this particular card comes up, it's really about kind of, normally there's a conflict or there's this polarity that happens between a decision needing to be made and maybe some other course of action needing to happen. So like with this particular card, for example, we're talking in reference to this particular individual and kind of where their thoughts are at, like with regard to Seva. And it's almost like when we say polarity, we mean like good and bad, or yes and no. It's these opposition of opposites that we kind of run into sometimes. Twos, though, are about relationships also. That's another key thing. So we're obviously talking about a relationship here. But it's almost like there is some kind of a decision that has to be made or not made, and it's kind of finding what the right balance is to be able to do that. Now, that was in the past. In the present moment, we have the Magician. Now, if you look at this card here, Magician, once again, we have this symbolic infinity symbol here, inverted 8. If you look at the table here, we see like the pentacle, the cup, the sword. We also have the wand, the wand in the hand, or the magician's staff, whatever you want to call it. And this is symbolized by a 1, which is a single individual usually. But this Magician card here, it's really it's the second card in the major arcana of the tarot. But what you get with this is sometimes things are electric, but things are almost like electric. like electrically charged, positively charged energy with this card. The other thing that Magician is really good about is when you have these elements here, you know, the all the different things that make up the tarot, the pentacles, the cups. Pentacles represent earth and also money and financial. Cups represent intuition, but also water and emotion. Staffs, of course, or wands, they represent action and activity and moving things forward and kind of like acting before we're actually thinking about doing things. It's just getting out there and getting things, making things happen, basically. And then, of course, the sword over here, it's really about, sometimes it can be about conflict, like mental conflict, but it really more than anything has a lot to do with the mind, kind of where things are at, you know, in terms of a person's thinking, their thoughts, that kind of thing. Well, when the Magician comes up, it basically is saying that, you know, you have all the resources, you have really everything that you need in order to make the most out of this kind of a relationship. And so that's really where you're at right now, Seva, is that you have these resources, you have the knowledge, you have the know-how to really be able, and the emotional capacity and everything else in order to be able to make the most of this relationship and really, you know, bring the relationship into a good place for you guys. And that's the current situation. Next, the near future, and I'm calibrated to about 3 months out, but depending on the heaviness or the energy surrounding the card, I can often give you or more precisely pinpoint kind of when an event or something is going to happen, like when the future approximation, of course, but I can get pretty close to when you'll actually see this thing kind of unfold and that kind of thing. So where we're at with that is we have the Seven of Pentacles. Now, if you look at the Seven of Pentacles here, you see someone that just kind of taking a break for a minute. They've been working really, really hard, and they've been producing this harvest. And now they're kind of thinking in their mind, like, you know, all this hard work I've been doing and all, but I'm not really seeing a lot of reward for all this effort. Is it really worth me to continue pursuing this direction? And this card does, though, however, signify, if you look at the pentacles in the card, that the hard work really, in fact, will pay off. But it just warns sort of that the effort that you put into the past, all that energy that you've put in the past, is pretty much wasted, because right now you're kind of being inert. You're not really continuing to take action. You're not continuing to further the efforts. So we'll talk about that here in just a second, but I just wanted to kind of give you kind of an idea in terms of time, like what I'm picking up. Probably about 2.5 months or so, 2.5 to 2 months and 3 weeks out is about when you'll start to see this start to happen. Here's the thing with this particular card. You know right now that you have these resources. You're able to get this relationship moving in a positive direction for yourself. It's really positive. Yeah, but here's the thing, like in about 2.5 months, you know, and it will be a graduated process, so it won't be exactly 2.5 months, but you'll start to see different things happening. Your commitment to this relationship, or your commitment to wanting to be with this person, or your commitment to doing, to continuing to serve, will start to wane a little bit. And you might start to question, might need a break from pursuing this relationship. And so you may just kind of like not put in as much effort. And when you do, you know, it could be kind of, you know, it's maybe not the best course of action. Let's just put it like that. Okay. So probably my advice would be is when you start to hit about this 2.5 month to 2 and 3 week period, maybe even a little before then. So maybe we'll just say around the 2 month mark, maybe 2 month and a week mark, somewhere in that ballpark. That's when I would really honestly start to just more dedicate myself, put in more work, and not become complacent, you know, in terms of the activities that you're doing and stuff surrounding this relationship, surrounding this individual. And you have a really wonderful name, which is very fitting for this particular situation, by the way, Seva. So it's Seva in Sanskrit means service, if you guys don't know that. But anyways, selfless service at that. So this selfless service is what's required actually with this particular relationship. It's about serving more than what you get out of the relationship. And by doing that, it will foster a deeper closeness between you two, a deeper commitment. And then it will only cause him to think positive things about you. So that's going to be the continuation of things. Now, let's go back to the magician for just a moment. We talked about the magician. We've been getting this infinity sign that keeps coming up a little bit in your things here. It's just kind of a soulmate kind of thing. If this person is indeed your soulmate, or someone that you're very fond of, or someone that you really want a committed relationship with, or want to take this crush to the next level, you have the resources to be able to do that. The energy that's really surrounding that gives you that capability and that power is this card here. Now, in the tarot, this is actually the card that comes after the magician in the major arcana. And keep in mind that the major arcana is really like life kind of lessons or life events, things of that nature. So they're kind of more at a meta level than just your everyday average day-to-day thing. So these are sort of the lessons, or kind of the higher level energies that surround just your day-to-day life. But they're more on a higher, elevated level. This is the High Priestess, and she's a very intuitive, very psychic, very knowledgeable personality in the tarot. And the key thing that she's doing is she's basically whispering in your ear. When this card comes up, I always think of her as sort of whispering. She doesn't really say a lot, but what she does say, it really does speak volumes. And what she's saying is, she's saying, trust yourself, trust your own intuition, listen to your heart. It won't steer you astray. So even if everything is looking bleak on the outside, don't buy into that. Don't buy into those beliefs. Listen to what's really going on in the inside. Let that be kind of your guide. And that's what the High Priestess is really saying as far as with this magician. You need to use your intuition, couple that with your resources. And if you do that and you selflessly serve this person in this direction moving forward, don't get lax on anything. In other words, complacent. Things are going to be very, smooth moving for you. So moving forward, things will be really good. As far as where you're at right now, and kind of the outcome or the thing that you'd like to see happen, it's actually like we just had, as far as your future goes, we had this Seven of Pentacles. That's where we kind of get a little complacent. But interestingly enough, what's in your mind, or kind of your attitude about things and all, is actually this Eight of Pentacles. So you see this person working again to turn out some more pentacles, and he's refining his skills. He's getting much better at this thing. He's learning. He's creating more things. And the 8 in numerology, by the way, is about abundance. So it's like creating more abundance or moving things in the right direction for yourself. So if this is in relation to the relationship, which it is, it just means that things start to move forward in a better way. You become a lot more accomplished at, communicating with this person, being around this person, building this relationship. It becomes easier and easier for you as time goes on. And that's what this card is really indicating. It's saying that this is kind of what you would like to see happen, is that you would like to see some movement, some continuation here, some buildup. But you're refining things right now. It's like we're not moving things too fast, but we're just kind of being very consistent, and that's what you would like to have happen. Just remember that when you're turning these things out and you're doing all of this in the next couple of months, you could get to a point where you kind of get burned out, or you're just kind of wondering, like, why are things not moving along as fast as I would like them to move along? And when that happens, I hope that you'll just kind of take a few steps back and just say, well, look, Chandra told me, don't get complacent, keep moving, keep doing this, keep serving no matter what. And then the reward will be there, But the reward will also be there with you as you're serving in the first place, because that's a lot of where the happiness and everything comes from. So bear that part in mind. It really can't be underscored enough, actually. So let's look at what your outcome is, okay? So we've done the first two kind of sections here. Now we get to the end of the reading, And this is really probably more than anything what you were looking for, maybe even a little bit beyond what you were looking for. But the outcome for you is the Lovers. So the Lovers, again, we have two people here. This is another card in the Major Arcana. You're getting quite a few of these higher level cards, but this is very specific to this. So I can tell just from the reading alone that this is something that's really weighed on your heart. And the Lovers, when you get the Lovers, it's really about, it's really like you're at a place in your life where you have to kind of commit or not. And so you've met this person, and now it's like, okay, am I going to commit myself to this person? And am I going to serve this person? Am I going to, am I prepared for this? And if so, am I willing to sacrifice everything that's required in order to have it? And that's just it. There is sort of a sacrifice. Anytime you gain something, you also normally sacrifice something for that as well. So like if you're gaining this relationship, it means that you may be sacrificing other opportunities that could come along, or it could just be that, maybe the life that you would have had by yourself, maybe it's not exactly going to be there for you. So it's sort of like you have to kind of make a decision at some point. And that's where this eventually materializes at. As far as the relationship goes, you're going to have to realize that love is a sacrifice. It is a service where you do get something for something forfeited. But it's really all about, at the end of the day, choices. And so it's about making the right choices for yourself. Now, how do we get this, Lovers? How do you get what you want and all of this? That is that comes with the Answer card. The answer to the Lovers card is this card. And this is probably, in my opinion, the most fitting card for this entire spread for every card. Every card you've gotten has been really perfect for this particular situation. I mean, just super perfect. But it doesn't end there. We get the Answer card, and the Answer card is this Knight of Wands. You look at this individual here, he's kind of beaten up, kind of broken, got a bandage on his head. He's worked really, really hard for quite a while. He's been doing the best he can. He's been serving. And he has to take a little bit of a break. I mean, he really has no choice. So he's kind of leaning on that pole, the wand. And he's just kind of like taking a quick breath. But here's the thing. Just like before when we got that other card about taking a break from things, just realize that once you get this card, your journey is not over. But you do have their wherewithal, and you still have the energy to carry on. So don't stop yet. That's what this card is really here to tell you. It's like you have to be ready and willing to fight. This card is going to help. Once you get to this place and all, you already put in so much time, energy, effort, heart, soul, body, mind, all of this, that you've got too much invested. So don't give up now. I know it's been hard. I know you're tired. I know you're beat up. But just keep that momentum going. Just for a little bit longer. You're almost there. You're about to cross that finish line. You're going to be in first place. But you can't stop, because if you do, you'll end up in second place or third place or last place. But if you just stay the course, things are going to work out really nicely for you. So as far as like intuitively, just psychically, what all of this tells me, or what I'm picking up, just what am I actually getting from all of this? I really see him happy with you. I mean, I see that he's thinking positive thoughts about you, that that the potential for this relationship to really be materialized into something really beautiful is really there. And in fact, he may actually, I'm almost picking up that even though he may not show it necessarily, he's probably pretty good at this, but I'm picking up that he really does fawn over you as well. Maybe even more so than you fawn over him. It's just maybe he's not so good at showing it. He's more reserved in his emotions and that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, you're in a good situation as far as a relationship goes. You have nothing to worry about on that end. You just have to be focused on serving this person and, you know, helping them out and, you know, doing what you need to do to make this, you know, the best relationship that you possibly can. You know, give everything and you'll get everything. That's really the heart and soul of the matter. So if you love this person, or if you want to love this person, that's going to require some dedication, some love, some service. And it doesn't matter what this person ever does for you. It doesn't matter what they give you in return. It doesn't matter what promises they make or don't make. True love is really when you serve without the expectation of anything in return. And if you can do that with this, say, well, you're going to be in a good situation. So that's it. If you guys are into divination of any sort and you'd like to, you know, add some comments or anything to maybe help Seva, you're more than welcome to do that. And then maybe that can help her out as well. But as far as everything goes, everything is just, I'm getting a lot of positive energy, a lot of positive vibration about this. And, you know, everything is sort of up to you now in terms of like what you do with this information. But yeah, it's there for you. If you need anything though, anything along this journey, anything along the way, anytime, please reach out to me. As your tarot coach, I'm always here for you, as I am for all of you guys. And I love everyone. So please, you know, don't hesitate to get in me or reach out. You know, I will put my email address in the description below this video. And like many of you guys know, you know, as a monk, you know, we do vows of poverty, but we have other vows of service and other things that we do as well. If you would like to help us spread love for God and carry out our services and to, you know, help with basic maintenance and those kind of things, you're more than welcome to give. You just go to helpbydonating.com and then you can give that way. And I'll have that in the description below this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next episode of Indirect Knowledge. Much love, many blessings.